think if you study the history of Mr. Muhammad's work and religious work in this country, we've had our convention on February the 26th every year for, I think, the past 33 years.
Well, now, while you don't care to discuss your former name or the name that the slave master gave to your antecedents, it is a matter of record that Muhammad's last name was Poole, Elijah Poole.
No, that's the name that his slave master gave to his grandfather or great-grandfather, but that's not his name.
Well, his mother and father thought when they called him Elijah Poole that was his name.
They didn't know any better.
Well, if they didn't know any better or not, they thought that was his name.
Yes, sir, but sir...
So what I'm trying to find out is when did he cease to be Elijah Poole and get to be Elijah Muhammad?
In 1931, I think it was, in Detroit, he was taught the true history of our people and made aware at that time that he was wearing an English name, and by not being an Englishman, he looked out of place. And his teacher gave him the name that he's wearing today, Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad.
All right, now when did he become what he purports to be in your literature, the son of Allah?
I've never heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad referred to as the son
the
of
prophet
Allah.
of Allah.
I've never heard him referred to as the prophet of Allah.
What do you refer to?
Messenger of Allah.
All right, the messenger of Allah. I appreciate the correction.
Yes, I mean, he says that a prophet is somebody who predicts the future. He's not predicting the future, whereas a messenger is someone who carries a message that has been given to him by one who authors that message.
Well, now who gave him the message and to whom is it supposed to be delivered?
Master W.F.
What's
Muhammad,
that?
the one who taught him, is the author of the message.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Y'all happy Martin Luther King Day?
Oh man, it was terrible.
To deliver that message.
I fucking braided so much hair last night. Oh my god.
20 million Americans.
About 50 kids.
Which means he's to teach us the truth, which will awaken us, and then show us how to live a life of righteousness, which will automatically qualify us for recognition as human beings by all other righteous human beings here on this earth.
Well, now one other question, with reference to what Mr. Hurlbut asked you a little bit ago.
There you go.
You took a very moderate position of without having any hatred for the white. Do I understand that correctly?
Hatred is not involved in it whatsoever.
Well, I recall in a recent plane crash, 2 or 3 years ago, or less than that, the charter flight at Air France, in which a group of people from Atlanta, Georgia, who were, as they say in the business, as they took off from Orly Field, and you were quoted at that time as expressing great gratification that this tragedy had occurred. Do you recall that?
I recall it.
What did you say? Do you remember?
The press interpreted misrepresented.
What did you say?
They said that it was made at a Muslim meeting. It wasn't. It was made at a rally of Negroes, Baptist, Methodist, and otherwise in Los Angeles, who were rallying.
Dr. King.
After the ceremonies began, Martin Luther King.
Okay, so back to Malcolm.
What is your real
playing a couch?
I hope I haven't put anybody on the spot. I'm not intending to try and stir you up and make you do something that you wouldn't have done anyway. I pray that God will bless you in everything that you do. I pray that you will grow intellectually so that you can understand the problems of the world and where you fit into that world.
I forgot I was on the movie.
And I pray that all the fear that has ever been in your heart will be taken out. And when you look at that man, if you know he's nothing but a coward, you won't fear him. If he wasn't a coward, he wouldn't gang up on you. He wouldn't need to kill you.
Hey, was a mix of some of that. City's trying to get their ass beat. Neighbor home.
Less than 20 members of the Ku Klux Klan showed up for the rally, but thousands of counter-demonstrators turned out. Verbal and physical violence were both part of the day. All told, 7 anti-Klan demonstrators were arrested. Surrounded by police protection, a measly 16 Klan members showed up in front of the Supreme Court building in Lower Manhattan. They got a rude welcome from the beginning. Watch closely as the Klansman on the right is punched square in the face. Police immediately set moving the arrested the attacker and 2 others who posed as clansmen to get so close. On the ground, the man who threw the punch shouted death to the Klan. An estimated 8,000 other New Yorkers shouted out similar thoughts, but they were kept behind barricades at the anti-KKK rally a few hundred yards away.
It's another, I'm showing you another video where you can really see the t-shirt when he on the drum. You know, that video there, he just was playing the guitar, but he loved to play the drum. That's what he really liked to play. Yeah, so. Those people that was in the thing, in the band, no, they're from Pensacola. We went down there. The only guy that was from Crepsey was the guy that was in the orange, black hat with the hat on. And you know Alice Pate. That was Alice Pate.
On a rural road south of Modesto, California, drivers stopped when they saw a horrific sight. A man was severely kicking, beating, and stomping a toddler to death. Several drivers stopped and called 911.
The Stanislaus County Sheriff's Department began responding to this call, but the ground units were quite a few minutes away from arriving at the scene.
Modesto authorities say a police
assault and the helicopter,
authorities say he was forced to fight it. The same later suspect had been making comments about the being deemed.
So severe that we identified the DNA tracks in ground related to that child. Diane Kepler is associated with you want them? You should everyone gives one oh.
Excuse you, bitch. Shut. See that you right there with that? Can't stand that junk shit.
You look like a bacon, man. Where y'all going tonight? Pensacola?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might see like that.
Put it down.
I need money. I need notes. It's one on top of that thing right there. On top of the tobacco.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell's that?
You gotta go over here to see me. Yeah. Shit, there you go, right there, third row.
Third row. Third row.
Let me see. Get out of here. Gotta go put it on page.